Sorry guys, my network disturbed and I had to end that live. Yeah, so guys, welcome back to my live session. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Live session is all about positive vibes. Yeah, in today's in today's live, I would like us to talk about our darkest moments. Everybody has got that moment in life that they feel like it's their or was their lowest. Yeah, so that is what I want us to talk about today. Welcome back. Yes, guys, thank you so much for the 500 subscribers. Thank you. Oh my god, I don't know what I will do with this network today. Road to 1000 subscribers. I hope this network will be kind enough today. I hope it had some people on board. But network the first few minutes and I had to end that live. When network is disturbing, the screen is dark, it becomes difficult. Please come back and tell me or listen to my live session. There's one Raymond and there was Winnie. I saw somebody Winnie. Was somebody. There were three people. Come back, guys. Okay, the reason why I've decided to do this live like today. Lemon is back. Tell us. It's because today, 13th of July, marks how many years? I don't want to say the years, but it marks the day I left home to Garf. Yeah. I'm making my anniversary today. I don't know if I'm audible enough. If you tune in, let me know if I'm audible. So it makes okay, Raymond. Thank you for tuning in. I will. Yeah. It marks the day that it's an anniversary of the year that I left Kenya. I left Kenya to Lebanon. I've never changed countries, but it's the year I left Kenya to Lebanon. Um, do I say is it a dark moment? For me, it really was. Net almost went away again. It really. Um, I don't know, like leaving your family, everybody. Network will fuck me. Mm. Network will kill me today. Like leaving my son, leaving my family, leaving my like everything I knew behind. For me, that was a dark moment. Oh my god, I don't know what I should do with this network. Let me try doing like this. I hope it doesn't go away. I hope it doesn't go away. So, leaving my family, leaving everything, it was a dark moment, especially because I had not like planned. It's like it was not my intention. Like circumstances forced me to. Okay, somebody will ask, you board a plane, you plan to board a plane without planning or without being intentional. Circumstances forced me, like, to leave your family, to leave your child behind. Obviously, it's not an easy thing. So I remember sitting in that, you know, for us from from town to the city. My flight was supposed to be at 5 in the evening, and I was supposed to be in Nairobi, the capital city, by 1. You have to be hours 3 hours before the flight, right? So my flight was supposed to be at 5, so I was supposed to be in the city by 1. That's what my agent had said. And I had to leave early in the morning. I remember it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday. So I remember sitting in that our seat from our seat in Nakuru, from Nakuru to Nairobi. Those who know Nakuru to Nairobi is a 3 to 4 hours drive, especially if there is traffic. Yeah, 3 to 4 hours drive to the city. Then you have to go to the airport and all those things. Yeah, so it is a journey. It is a journey. So I left in the morning, and I remember now, as you leave the city, or as you enter the city or leave, there is a roundabout. I remember seeing that roundabout and just telling myself that, a contract is 2 years, right? Just telling myself that I will not be here, I will not see this street again for 2 years. It was the longest 3 hours of my life. Like, you're going to somewhere you don't know, you're going to, and with all those negative things you've heard about liberal. I even thought I was going to Saudi Arabia. It's not like I knew that I was going to. My agent had not told me the country I'm going to. Yeah, so I thought I was going to Saudi Arabia, and there was a plane crash, a plane that had disappeared in Malaysia. If you know that story of Malaysia. Yeah, it was like, no, it was years back, but yeah, people are still talking about it. And what what I remember crying my heart out, and even the person next to me asking me what's wrong, and you can't tell them. So I just my net my network. But I had to go. I really felt that I didn't want to stay back again. Like, I needed to change. I needed a change. Like, everything to, I needed everything, like, to change everything. Yeah. So I left. So that was the one of the my lowest, not darkest, but that was my lowest, one of my lowest moments, having to leave my son, and the circumstances around which I left him. It was very dark. It was my lowest, one of my lowest moments. Okay, yeah. Another lowest moment for me. Another lowest moment for me, like before I came to before I came to Lebanon, like before that July 13th, I was in a relationship, yeah, and we were good. Like we were good, yeah, and it was the best. It was the best thing for me. Like I still consider like that was the best relationship up to now. That is the best relationship I had ever had. Eh? But along the way, something just happened. Will I say what happened? Something. Raymond is asking, do you regret? Okay, I will come to that. Something just happened, and I don't know. We fell out. Did we fall out? Like it was my fault. I won't sit here and blame my partner. No, it was my fault, and yeah, I created a mistrust. And in a relationship, when you create a mistrust, no? Like when trust is gone, it's gone. Yeah. So I created a mistrust, and okay, I won't go to the details, but I created a mistrust, and things started becoming bad. And again, that season of, we didn't like actually like break up that time, but when things changed, they have changed. And that was another lowest moment of my life. And in fact, that mistrust caused me to leave, the country. And because like I just needed to be away, I just needed to be away from everything. Like nothing was working out. Nothing was working out for me, for us. And I just felt it's too much for me to handle. So I left. I just left, yeah. Do you regret? Do you regret? Okay, coming to Lebanon, 50-50. I would say it's 50-50. Sometimes I regret. Tell us about that relationship. Let me first answer if I regret. Mm, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say if I regret. Okay, sometimes, we are humans, and we are bound to have emotions. So at first, when I first came, it was not easy. It was not easy at all, at all. Yeah, it was not easy. You will remember, especially when you have a child, it's not easy. You will feel like you made the worst decision. Like you'd have just been patient, maybe things would have been better, you know yeah. So uh yeah, I can't say that I don't regret. I do i do regret at times, yeah. At times I do regret. I do feel I've failed. Sometimes I do feel failed. Yeah, sometimes I do feel like, okay, about relationship, they come and go. Okay, not that they come and go, like you have to be intentional about your relationship, yeah. So, and that relationship, the way you say that, oh, I don't see myself without you. Those things, like they were very true to me. Like I wouldn't see myself anywhere else apart from in that relationship or with that person. Eh? But shit happens. It's life. It's life. Eh? But living, do I regret? Sometimes I do regret. Okay, not now. Not now. It's been years. But back then, especially my first 2 years, I used to regret a lot. And it's not like somewhere near that you pick a bus and just go home. So sometimes I used to regret. I used to feel like if I gave it some time, maybe things would have been better. If But then again, there is that part of you that feels like you've made a mistake, and there is that other part of you that feels like you made the best decision for yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to be the best. What do you say? You have to give yourself the best. You have to be somewhere where you are happy, somewhere where your life is not being threatened by anything, right? So it's 50-50. Sometimes I do regret. Sometimes when I look at the other side of the coin, I feel like I made the best decision for myself. I've had some very many low moments. Now, when I speak like this, I remember another low moment. But coming to Lebanon, do I regret? I It's 50-50. I won't say I regret, and I won't say I don't regret. Especially my first year was not easy at all. It was not easy. It was so hard, filled with negative emotions, filled with. I was so negative about life at that point. I was, you get a point in life where you feel like, where is your future? Unajiuliza, where is my future? Where am I headed? Why was I created? You understand? So that is where I was in life. Like I was so confused, so down, so down. Yeah, yeah. So regretting is 50-50. Sometimes I do regret, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel I made the best decision. I had made another live, and somebody had joined me. Let's see what she had asked, if she had asked anything. How did you overcome? Somebody had asked, how did I overcome? Overcoming now what? The regret or the dark moment, that lowest moment. I just, when I came here, like when you leave the country, like everybody knows that you've left because everybody will be talking. When you're in a small village, everybody knows about everything and everybody knows about everybody. So that is where I was. Yeah, everybody knew. Like everybody knew I had left, and they were talking, and I didn't have a phone, by the way. I did, I didn't have a so I didn't have a phone. So I used to, for 1 month, I used to call. They used to give me a phone to call every 2 weeks. So I would go to somewhere, I call, I talk, and then after 1 month, I was bought a phone, and now I came on Facebook. I didn't have WhatsApp by then. I came to Facebook, and I started now chatting with people. Don't mind them. It's because the network is disappearing. I look like I'm on drip. So, what was I saying? I connected on Facebook with people. I had a Facebook account. It's from my current one. Changed Facebook account so many times. So I had that Facebook account, and people are talking. Everybody was asking me what's happened and everything, Yeah. So how I overcame, it's by talking to people. Like if somebody asked me about it, I would give my side of the story. I would cry. Hey, I cried. Oh my god. I cried for the better part of that whole year. Last September, October, November, December. Like I used to cry, 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 cry. Oh, um, it was another dark moment or lowest moment for me. Even getting used, waking up every day to a different environment, waking up every day worried about your son, worried about your future, worried about what life has for you. It was a very, very, very dark moment, a very sad moment for me. So how I overcame is just just talking to people. I had people who supported me. I had people who made me feel like I made a good decision. There are people who will make you feel like, and I also had people who made me feel like it was a bad decision for me. Yeah, but what to do? There are also people who made me feel like it was okay. It was the best decision. 2 years will come to end. Like there were people who supported me, and there are others who didn't support me. So thanks to those who supported me. Thank you for your kindness. For those who didn't support me, it's still okay because you're like it's okay, it's life, and everybody has their opinion. What is right for me might not be right for another, might not be right for another person. So about regret, I've answered. It was 50-50, not actually. Okay, I did regret most of the first year, second year. Towards the second year, I had gotten used, and now I was not even regretting. Yeah. Uh, Tell us about that relationship. Do you want to know? I don't think I will tell you about that relationship. Mm, he was my fiance. We had known each other just when I was right from high school. He was so good, so caring, so everything, like everything, for real. Everything is the best up to a long time. The best part. But okay, if you're my ex and you're watching this, if you're not that partner, right? And you're watching this, bad, it's life. But he still was the best. Like, somebody who spoils you, not with gifts, not with money, but with love, with attention, yeah, yeah, that was it. And for me, I'm not a materialistic person. As long as there is love, there is attention, I have all your attention, I have all your time. Not that we won't work, and no, but there is that time. Miss them all. Yeah, so that was it. I mean, that was it. Like, still is the best. Yeah. So, uh, what else will I? Another darkest another darkest time for me. Now, after I came to Lebanon, in July 13th, yeah. In August, okay, when I was coming, my mom was sick. I should have gone home. But anyway, for me, I said that if God, there is nothing that comes that Holy Spirit, there is nothing that we do plan things, and then God fulfills our plan, right? And if God does not intend for that particular thing to happen, then it will not happen. That's what I will. It wouldn't have happened. Something like it. I swear this network is very disturbing. Am I back? Can you hear me? Juliana, can you hear me? This network? I don't know what's wrong today. Ah, where was I even? Now I was saying the part that I regret. So that is July July 13th. I've come, right? After 1 month, huh? Not 1 month. Okay, before I came, my mom was sick, and this is the part now that I regret. I should have gone back home after the relationship did not work. I should have gone back home. Now I decided to come here. Why? Who does that? Like my mom was sick. I should have gone and stayed with her. But let me tell you the reason. Yeah, back in the days. Thank you, Juliana. If you can hear me today, the network is so bad. Huh? But I hope it will make at least. I will finish what I want to say today. So, back in the days, when I was like growing up, I used to see women who are married like in neighboring like I'm from here and I'm married to my neighbor. So when they fight with their husband, they can just pick their things and go back to their homes because it's just a walking distance. Yeah. So for me, I grew up saying I will not be married to my neighbor. Never. I will not be married to in my village, like so that when we fight with my husband or we have an argument, I just walk out and go back home. No, I didn't like that. So even in my relationship, like going back home, we fought with my husband, so I go back home and go tell my family everything, and chafua. I tell them all the dirty things about my relationship, and then after some time, nobody will even tell me to go back. I will take myself back to my husband, and I've said that I really didn't like that at all. Like, even before I got in a relationship, I used to say I will never, like, I fight with my husband, I will never go back to my parents. That because we fought. If I'm going to visit, but not because we fought. So when my relationship broke up, me going back to my parents was not an option. Was not an option at all, at all, at all. I used to say, if I'm going, it's just to visit, and then I go back to my house. Yeah? But going because we've broken up. So this particular moment, I didn't, yeah, it didn't even go. Okay, and you know, when you go back to your parents' home, it's easy for your husband to come back, to come for you, or his folks to come back, to come for you. And I didn't want that. Hiyo kutoroka, unarudi, like running away from your husband, they come back for you. You know, that back and forth. For me, I have never liked it. I will never entertain it in my life, like throughout. I don't like it. I don't like it up to date. I like being intentional in my relationship, and I like being with somebody who is intentional about our relationship. They're intentional about me. I'm intentional about them. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I did. Okay, my mom was sick, and in August 20 something, like after 1 month, I've come on 13th July. After 1 month and some days, she starts getting so bad. You remember, here I don't have a phone, so I'm calling home twice after 2 weeks. Yeah, after 2 weeks, I called once. So I called. I was told she's getting worse. I started even getting worried. Started even now I have my own stress. I started getting more stressed. I lost a lot of weight. Oh my god. I lost a lot of weight, and like, let me say, those were my darkest, my lowest moments. Yeah. So I started being stressed, like feeling, that is the part I was feeling like I made the wrong decision to come. Maybe I would have gone back home. Maybe I would just have gone and stayed with my mom. You know, those regretting, feeling that you are not a good daughter. Now I was feeling like I'm not a good daughter. Like, how do I leave my mom on her lowest moment, on her, like, yeah, those regrets, those feeling bad. I used to cry. I was feeling like I'm not worthy. Like like what am I? I'm not a good daughter. I'm not a good mom. I'm not a good partner. Like, what am I? Why am I even living? You know, it was so low for me. Then my mom passed on. Yeah, my mom passed on 24th August. So yeah, on 24th of August, and again, and remember, I didn't have a phone. So how did I know? I I was calling twice a week, yeah? And then on a particular Thursday, I felt like I should call home. For me, I have, I would say I have strong instincts, yeah? Like, I can guess. Like, is it guessing? I can feel my feelings for something that is going to happen, or something that will happen is very strong. That one I'm sure. So I could feel that something is not right. So I told them I want to check on my mom. And I had already told them that my mom is sick. So I told them I want to check on my mom. They took me to where they used to take me to call. By then, was there WhatsApp? There was. I don't know. I didn't have WhatsApp. I only had Facebook. So I went there. I called, and when I called my sister, it was a Thursday, right? She told me that my mom had been taken to hospital the previous day on Wednesday. I've called Thursday, right? And she didn't want to give me any details. She didn't tell me anything. She didn't want to talk. You can't force things. She only told me my mom is sick. She's in hospital. Okay, and she cut the call. And when she disconnects, there is nothing else you can do. So I came back. And now I was bought a phone. I now had Facebook, and she was not on Facebook. So I started when you log into Facebook, you will find people people from your village, people like that. Yeah. So I started looking for her through my Facebook friends, and now people started telling me, okay, they got my people started telling me sorry for the loss. And I was like, sorry for the loss? What have I lost? Okay, something told me it's my mom, but when you've not heard, it's difficult. So I was so low. I was so low. It was so bad. Like, oh my God, I was feeling like, now what's this? What will I do? You are so far away from home, like you're in Lebanon. You don't have money. You've not even worked. Okay, I worked for 1 month. I had worked already for 1 month. But my salary, the agent that brought me took my first month's salary. So I was broke like a rat. I had no money. Like I could pay my ticket. And here in Lebanon, uh, there is somebody young Trayson. Welcome back. Welcome to my live, Trayson, a rapper watching from Kenya, Africa. Thank you, Trayson, for tuning in. Tell me your darkest moment, Trayson. Juliana, tell me your darkest moment. Today I'm talking about my darkest moments. Trayson, I'll follow you back and see what you are rapping. Yeah. Thank you for tuning. So, what was I saying? Here, when you're here in Lebanon, like when you come like a household or anything, it's not easy for you to, like, somebody has passed on and you go back home. It depends anyway on your boss and how long you've stayed. For me, I've only barely stayed for 1 month. Yeah. Also, my boss, will I say she was not kind? I would say, okay, they fear that you will go back, you will go and not come back. And they have paid for you, they have paid your ticket, they have paid your visa, like they have paid like 3,000, $2,500. That is 250 Kenya shillings. Yeah, they have paid that amount for you to be able to come. So letting you go after 1 month, and you've just come, it was not easy for them. So they didn't let me go. Now, problem was not just not letting me go. That was another darkest moment for me. I have all these regrets. I'm feeling like I'm not a good mom. I'm feeling like I'm not a good daughter. Like I'm feeling like I'm nothing. Like I'm the worst person. I'm the worst person. You have those feelings. I don't know. Then your mom passes on. You can't even go for her burial. I tried telling them I will come back. I tried convincing them and all those things. They couldn't let me. And to make it worse, they were so rude. What? Warabu. They were so rude. I don't know experienced anything. here in Arab, but where it was so bad. It was so bad. They were so rude, and I won't say what they told me, but well, if it is like today, if it was like today, I wouldn't even have stayed. But when I had to stay because I had no choice, no money, no nothing, no, what do you say? No, you're naive, you don't know about how things go. And I tried asking other people, they told me, yeah, that is how they do. Sometimes you have to pay them. They say you pay them for you to go, and they think you will not come back. So that was a very, very, very dark moment for me. And to make the matter worse, they didn't even give me an off day. Like, your mom, come on, your mom has passed on, but they will not even sympathize with you, maybe give you an off day, maybe give you time to relax. Nothing. Let me tell you, those times my head felt like it was bursting. Like, I was always stressed, I was always thinking, I was overthinking. And for me, I'm an overthinker. Like, something small I will think and make it as big as a mountain. Yeah, I will overthink everything. So I was overthinking, my head was always paining, I had sleepless nights, and the way I love to sleep, but I used to have sleepless. Oh my god, that were some of my darkest moments. And somebody asked, "Will you go back to him?" Ah, my ex. Okay, will I go back to him? We are told never say never, because what you plan today, you don't know what plans God has for you. So I can never say never. I can never go back to him. Yeah, I can never say never, but it's not an option. It's not an option that I'm thinking of. So that one, I leave it up to God. I can't say that I will go or I will not go. I leave it up to God. But he was good. He was good. I can't complain. Trayson, Mary Julian, I paid bribe to get a job and I was conned. Oh my god, sorry dear. Sorry dear. That's that's like, if you're told to pay to get a job, that's like like it's a con, because they will tell you to they will, like, why can't they give you the job and then they deduct you from your salary if they are true. Have you ever been punished for a mistake you didn't do? Have you ever been punished for a mistake? Okay, do you mean being punished here in Lebanon or back home? For me, when you mentioned that, I remembered back when I was young. Oh my god. There was this neighbor of ours, a boy, who, I told you in my other life, that we used to go home for lunch. So our home was like, you have to pass their home to get to our home. Okay. So when we are home, and it's on a slopy ground, so for them they are up here and for us we are here. So we can always hear whatever. If somebody is in their garden, up here is their house, this is a garden, and here is our house. Now if somebody is in their garden, we would hear everything. Now when we go for lunch, this boy would cry, that they have not given him enough food. He would go to cry to his grandma that, oh, they have not given me enough food. And he's crying, and we can hear, and we would laugh. Yeah. That was when I was in class 3. When we were so young. We are not even going back to school, but he would cry like the whole afternoon because they didn't give him enough food. So I told when I went back to school the next day, I told my friends that so and so was crying because that so and so yesterday was crying because they didn't give him enough food, and we laughed about it. Imagine that was in grade three, standard three. By then there were no grades in standard three. Now we are in class seven. We are in class seven. We fought with one of friends. We had an argument, and she told that boy that I said that he used to cry for food. Can you imagine from class three, class four, five, six, seven? Those are 4 years. Yeah, she told him that he used to cry because or he was crying because there was no food. Now you are in class seven, there is adolescence and everything. So it was a shame for him. He for me, he told his friends that he will come to report me home. For me, I didn't know what they were talking, but I just saw that everybody like is talking about me, though I didn't know what they were talking about. Like I just felt, as I've told you, I have a very strong feeling about things. Yeah. So I felt that there is something people are talking about me, about something. So I didn't know what was it. And this guy is saying, let me reach home and go to her dad. So I get home. Obviously he would get home before me because their home is before you get to our home. So he gets to their home. I think he drops the bag and follows me. So for me, I get home, I go to remove my uniform and everything, and he comes, he knocks, and he asks, where is your dad? For me, my heart at that time is pumping. And he asks, where is your dad? My dad was in the garden. I tell him he's in the garden. I tell him, what do you want? I felt that there is something, and he's my classmate, so I didn't anything he want to say it's about me, not about my sisters. Yeah. And I asked him, what do you want? And he says, you will see. So he goes to my dad, and my dad calls me. And we had these, I don't know if you know these Sukuma wiki plantations. So my dad uproots one. And let me tell you, I was beaten. I was beaten, and I was like, what is it? And he tells me that I told my classmates that he was crying for food. For me, I had a very sharp memory, and I could remember that it's not even a today's event, it's not even a this year's event. It was so long ago. I told my dad that he used to cry. It's true, he used to cry, but it was way back when we were in class three. Imagine 4 years ago, who does that? Hey, I was beaten. It's not something I had done. I had not told him. I had not said about that particular day. Nilichapwa, nilichapwa. Oh my God! I still remember that. My dad should pay me. I was beaten for nothing, and that boy was so happy. He was so 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 happy. He went back home very very happy. And he had told, in the village back in the days, we had extended families. Like my dad, his brothers, they have built, we are in the same compound, their children. Now their family was a very large extended family, because every family had like more than five children. Now they are like four, five uncles in one compound. Like their their family was a whole stadium. There were so many. It was a whole school. There were so many. So they are all there, and as I've told you, for them they are here, and for us we are here. And there is no plantations like maize or anything. Like they can see everything from their roofs, from their tops. Yeah, they can see everything happening in our garden. So they are seeing me being beaten. It was so shameful. The next day, I felt like I will not even go to school. Well, that was another dark moment for me. I felt like I will not go to school. I went to school, and everybody, these children, his cousins, are in different classes. Hmm? They're in different classes. So they will go to tell their classmates. Everybody is telling their classmate how I was beaten by my dad, because of saying something. Wait, it was so shameful. Like everybody was talking about, the whole school was talking about me. Everybody was pointing fingers at me. Like, when somebody tells me, so and so was beaten by her dad. And they're like, who is that? That girl in class 7. You don't know that girl. Let me show you. And everybody will be coming around our class and showing that one. Oh my god, it was so shameful. I didn't leave class. Like even going to the loo was a problem, because like everybody is talking about me. And we were not allowed to go, and we're in class 7, we were not allowed to go in upper classes. You're not allowed to go out of class during class time. You are only allowed to go out of class during break time. We had 2 breaks. That's the only time you're allowed to go to. And break time, I could not go out. Where will I put my face? Where will I put my face when the whole school is laughing, eh? And I was beaten with the Sukumawiki plantation. Like he uproots a stick and canes me. Oh my god, eh? Where will I put my face when everybody is describing how I was beaten? I couldn't, when everybody now is around our class pointing fingers at me. That one, that one, that one, and laughing. And children, how they will laugh at you. So hey, that was a very dark moment for me in class 7. Like I took a long time to get over that. Everybody was, hey, before that story cools down and another one comes up, and now people forget yours and start talking about something else. Where it was so bad, huh? Ati, has your boss ever told you you are smelling? Okay, when I was new, when I was new here in Lebanon, not smelling like my armpits, no. We struggle with maintaining our hair. We struggle with maintaining our hair. So I also struggled with maintaining my hair, and I didn't know to braid. I didn't know. At I have just braided. What do we call them? Matuta. These ones. You see my hair, how it is shaggy. Yeah. So we struggle with maintaining our hair. You are used to go to the salon. Here there is no salon, so I was braiding myself. Then I thought, how don't I put dead rocks? So I googled. Did I Google? I don't know. I asked somebody how to do that, and she told me to dilute sugar. I don't know, to dilute sugar and honey, and then I twist small portions, and that is what I did. And when you do that, when you are doing dead rocks, you can't wash the hair, because you need them to stick a little, yeah. And it's sugar and honey. Hey, it's sticky. So I didn't wash my hair for 1 week. And that sugar, and it was summertime. So it's hot. It's hot, 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 hot. Because I came in July, it's summer. August, it's summer. September, it's summer. Now it starts getting cold in October, November, December. Yeah? So I now start twisting. I start twisting with honey and sugar. I had melted the sugar. You know how to melt sugar? Like you put it on fire and you let it melt, yeah? And then I mix with honey and then I start twisting. So you can't wash because you want the hair to, dreads. They have to stick, yeah? And my hair was so soft. It even broke a lot of my hair. So I didn't wash my hair. The person who even smelled on me was the man. Can you imagine? Shame on him. He's the one who said that I'm smelling, my head is smelling. So I'm seated, and my madam comes and asks me that how long now. I have those twists. If you check on my Facebook page, my very first Facebook page, I even posted when I've made those dreads. So I asked. She asked me how long do you wash your hair? Like after how long do you make your? She said make. How long do you make your hair? For me, I told her 2 hours. Like to twist those dreads took me 2 hours. Like I didn't understand what she was meaning. She told me no, like to wash. After how many days do you wash your hair? I said 1 week. It's been a week since I washed them. She told me no, you have to wash them. You have to wash your head every day because Mister said it's smelling. Now I'm here trying to twist to make dreads, and I'm told to wash every day. Now, how will they stick? How will they look? I had to give up with the dreads thing. In fact, she told me, go wash it now. I went, I washed it. It had already started sticking. Now it's removed. It broke my hair. And yeah, that's how I gave up on making dreads. But I have photos of those dreads. Yeah. So, but smelling like my body, no. I was bought perfume. When I came, I was given perfume. So I used to spray on myself like every day. It was a luxury. I used to spray on myself every time I take shower every morning. So I didn't have a problem with smelling. Have you ever broken up with the person you love? Maybe because of circumstance. That was about my fiance, my baby daddy. Yeah, I broke up with him. Have you ever broken up with a person you love, maybe because of circumstance? Well, for me, it was not circumstance. Was it circumstance? I even don't know. Nah, we broke up. Did we break up? We didn't break up. I left. When I saw that things were not working and I felt that things are not gonna work and we are going to mark time. I hate mark timing. Like for me, I hate being in the same position, like time and time again, being in the same position every time, being in the same position year in, year out, like the same. We are fighting because of the same reasons every day. I give up so quickly, yeah. So I left. We didn't like break up, like we agree that it's not working. Let us part ways. No, it's me who left. I always do. I always leave when things don't work out. I give up so easily. Does giving up easily work for me? I I can't say it works or it doesn't work, but I really give up easily. Like I like intentional things, yeah. I like being intentional relationships, either whichever. If it's a friend, just a normal friend, um, or the person I love. I love being in intentional relationships. If you love me, I love you. We have to be intentional about each other. We have to know what we want in this, and be intentional it. So when it is not working, when I see there is like your intention about me and not my intentions about me, my intentions about you and your intentions about me, they don't rhyme. I just I just leave. So that's what happens. That's what happened. I I just left. I just left, and yeah, here I am still single. And somebody asked me if I would go back. I don't know. I don't know if I would go back. It's a food for thought. When I am home, I will decide. For now, not yet. Have you ever reminded? Has your boss ever told you, as many have talked about that? Have you ever been reminded your financial status by a person who is richer than you? Oh my God, a lot of times. A lot of times. Well, dark moments or lowest moments are so many. So back in the days, when I was still at when I was in my with my fiance, I was living with my fiance before then. Yeah, when I was with him, I was working. I was working, and I had we had a chama. You see these women groups where you have like you contribute money and then you give to somebody else, you give to somebody, like we are 10, we contribute 100 bob per day, that is $1 per day, and then we give to somebody, that is $10. Yeah, $10 to somebody every day. Okay, so for me, I was self-employed. Yeah, and it was not easy after doing, when you're self-employed, you have to pay to that, like your daily food is coming from that business. So after buying my food and I have a baby, after buying his milk and his pampers and everything, saving $1, it was not easy. And maybe the child gets sick and you have to, so saving $1, it was not easy. So sometimes I could not make to save this $1. Mm. We were saving $1 per day. So saving this $1 was not easy for me. And these other women we were with, they were well up. They were financially well up. So oh my God, when I remember them and see them right now. So for me, I one day I failed to pay. They removed me from that chama. They removed me from that chama. They told me that they have dissolved the chama, only for them to continue, and replace me with somebody else. Yeah. And when I inquired, they said yeah, I was told some nasty things, that I delayed their money, that I'm not of their class and everything, those things. So yeah, I've been reminded of my financial status by people I thought, not even by people who are richer than me, by people I thought they were my friends. When you're in those women's chamas, they are your friends. They are people you talk to every day. They are people you relate with. They are people you gossip with. Because when you go to chamas, it's about you gossip. We gossip, yeah, and yeah, there are people you support in their businesses. They support you, and then they are the ones who removes you from the chama because they feel they feel you're not making enough money to be able to deserve to be able to be in that chama. Yeah. So that's how I was removed from that chama because I was not making enough money like they wanted me to make. Yeah. Yeah, so that's how I was reminded of my financial status. It's not a dark moment for me, but you feel bad. Yeah? You feel bad, but anyway, it's life. It's life. Right now, I wouldn't, even if they were, I wouldn't join them in any, even if they had. Have you ever broken up with the person you love? Maybe because that one I've said. Juliana says that was my lowest. Tell me about it, Juliana. Why did you break up? Why did you break up? Yeah, breaking up with somebody is not something easy, by the way. It's something that really hurts, especially if you loved somebody. Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever been left with a school bus when you were supposed to go for a trip? Then the whole school will make fun of you. Was that your lowest? For me, I've never gone to a school trip. I've never, like for real, eh? I've never gone to a school trip. Whenever we had poverty manenos, poverty manenos. Whenever we had a school trip, for me, we never afforded. We never could afford to go for a school trip, and not everybody afforded, so it was not a big deal. So some people would go and others would not go. So I've never gone to a school trip. Yeah. Yeah. So another dark moment I've said is like when my mom passed. When my mom passed on, that was my, I think up to date. Now receiving that news of my mom passing on was the darkest part for me. And being with my boss who did not support, like they were not for me, like being in a place in that situation, like you've lost a loved one, and not just anybody, your parent, right? And then your boss, who is like the people near you, the people who are near you, support you, not even emotional support. Like you are supposed to wake up and do things just like a normal person, and you're not normal. Normal. You've lost God. I've lost my mom. Like that was my lowest up to date. Up to date, I think that was. I don't think anything else will happen. Like when you say like I've lived all my life, nothing scares me anymore. I've reached that. I think, okay, God forbid, but I think I've reached that moment that nothing scares me anymore. I've lost the person I loved most. I've lost the person who loved me most. Like, what else? Like, nothing scares me anymore. Those are my darkest moments. Kevin, welcome to the show. Have you crashed to somebody and feared to expose it? Crash. Oh my god, have I ever crashed on somebody? Expose it. Like to tell them that I have a crush on them. Mm, maybe online, maybe online you see those celebrities, you crush on them, you see that they are, for me, what do you call that, like for me, I'm attracted to somebody who is mature, somebody who, like, their intellectual capacity is okay. Yeah? So when I see somebody who is mature, who is like who thinks in the same line as I do, I'll have a crush on them. So obviously I've seen people I've crushed on. Obviously I can't expose it. so, so yeah, I've had a crush on people, and I fear to expose it. Yeah. But school times, like when I was in school, primary school, the person I had a crush on also had a crush on. Yeah, the person I had a crush on in primary school also had a crush on me. We crushed on each other. We liked each other. We went out a few times, and then we didn't even break up. We were friends, and then when we went to college, we parted ways. Like distance happened, and I met new people. They met new people. Yeah, and in high school, I never actually crashed on anybody in high school. Those Ugandans. I've said that again and again that I was in Uganda, and they're not like Kenyans. You can't crash on a Ugandan. They have big noses. Merciful is not here to kill me, but they have very big nose and big mouth and very black. Ah, I didn't crush on anybody in high school, but in primary school I did crush on somebody, and we became friends after high school, and then life happened. Yeah, life happened. But right now, if I crashed on a celebrity, yeah, I do crush on some celebrity, but I can't say it's. So, Kevin, have you ever crashed on somebody and you fear to expose? Tell me about it. Tell us about it. Yeah? What other lowest moment do I have? Tell me, guys. Tell me about your lowest moment. As I remember my other lowest moments, I've talked about my mom's death. I've talked about breaking up with my fiance. I've talked about leaving my country to come to Arab country. That was one of my worst. Where kwani Ugandans wanakaa wanakaa chipanzis ama uh, let me tell you, Kevin, Ugandans. Okay, not all. There are many tribes. Just like we have Kikuyus, we have Luos, we have Even you in Uganda, we have Bagandas, we have Basoga, we have Banyankole, we have Basoga, Baganda, Banyankole, we have Bakusu, and all those. Yeah, but the Baganda and the Basoga, Banyankole, they are cute. The Banyankole, they are cute. They look like Rwandese or the Kikuyus. Yeah, they look like Rwandese. They are cute. But the Baganda and the Banyankole, no, the Baganda and the Basoga, they have long, big nose, like their nose comes up to here. Oh my God, a little Muganda and a little Musoga, they have big nose up to here, and this one is so big, like you can let me not describe. I'm sorry, it's not good, it's not morally good, but yeah, they are like when you are there they look normal. When you are new, you see that they have big noses and big mouth, and then when you get used to them, you see them like normal, yeah. But even them themselves, they know that they have big noses and big mouth. Yeah, but it's in life. But what I like about Ugandans, they are very kind, they are very accommodative, and they are very civilized. They are more civilized than, will I say, than Kenyans. But I think Ugandans are more civilized, the way they handle things. Even when we were in school, school, the way they handle things, like their maturity is a little bit compared to us. But yeah, maybe compared to where I grew up, I would say, or where I studied, I would say, yeah, but I like them. They are so humble, they are so polite, they are so, oh my God, they are so polite, so polite. When you come back from school, they will welcome. Like when you go for holidays, you come back, they will bring me gifts. Like my friends, I would come with nothing for my friends because for us, it's kawaida. You go to school, you after holidays, you go. Nobody will bring you anything. Yeah? So for me, it was not something me, but for them, when I come back from holidays, they will bring me gifts. They will bring me clothes. They will bring me. We used to carry snacks. We used to carry snacks daddies. There were snacks we called daddies. We used to carry popcorns. We used to carry some snacks that we made from Uganda. I've not seen them in Kenya, that we homemade. So they used to bring me, they brought me t-shirts, they brought me clothes, they brought me gifts, snacks, yeah. But me, I'm there appreciating their gifts, and I have nothing. They were kind. They were so kind. That's what I like about them. But having a crush on them, no, I can't. At a pig nose. No, I couldn't have a crush on them. But the Banyankole were so handsome. I don't know which part of Uganda, maybe Western, I don't know. But they are handsome. They look. Museveni is a Munyankole. Now if you know Museveni, you know his daughters. Yeah, Banyankole look like that. But Baganda, I would say like Idi Amin, like this opposition party leader of Uganda. I've forgotten him. If you know his story, tell me the opposition party of Uganda. I have forgotten his name, but I can see his name. He's very dark with big nose. That is a typical Muga. Yeah. So having a crush on them, no. They don't look like the cheaper. So Kevin, have you had a crush on any of them, on anybody, and you feared to tell them? Hmm. So what else was my darkest moment? Kwanza that one I had forgotten. That of being beaten by my dad because of that boy. And that boy, funny enough, after that is primary school. After that primary school, we came back to high school and everything. We finished high school, and he wants us to be friends. Can you imagine the audacity? I don't know where he is right now, but I can't. The audacity, I've never forgotten. Can you imagine? In class 7 I was maybe 12 years, but I still remember up to date. I still remember up to date, and I feel so bad. So tell me, guys, what was your lowest moments? Tell me, I'm reading your comments. Tell me your lowest, your darkest moments. For me, I think I've said all my. Okay, unless I remember something. Um, Raymond, may your mom soul rest in peace. Amen. May she rest in peace. It still feels like yesterday. Why did your boss refuse you to go? Okay, here in here in Lebanon, like when you come to Lebanon, like when you come to Gulf, in case of an emergency, the agent can tell you that in case of an emergency you will go home, but it depends on the boss. It depends on your boss, and also how long you've stayed. If you can pay your ticket, yeah, if you can pay your ticket, maybe you can say that you pay your ticket, you can go and come back, yeah. But me, I was just new. I was just 1 month. I didn't have money even to pay for my own ticket. I didn't have money, and and they thought that maybe I will go and I will not come back. And they are afraid for their money because they have paid 250K Kenya shillings. So they are afraid you will go, you don't come back, and they lose their money and they have to pay to bring somebody else. You understand? So that's why I think that's why they refused me to go. And yeah, it does happen. They refuse, but if I had money, maybe to pay for my own tickets, yeah. But I didn't even have money to pay for and now telling my family to send me money to pay to so that I can it's not worth it. Okay, it could be worth, but where was the money? There was no money anyway, so yeah, I couldn't go. I didn't go. It was so bad. I feel bad. I feel bad. So Kevin, tell me, I'm waiting for your comment. Tell me about your darkest moment, and if you've had that question you asked me about having a crush on somebody. Why did your boss refuse you to go? I've answered that one. How is your relationship with my son? How is your relationship with your son? Um, my relationship with my son is okay. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. Some when I go back home, he will be obviously a part of this channel. Yeah, I hope so. God willing. Yeah. My relationship with him is okay. It's okay. I can't complain. I wish it was better, but I wish, like I said, sometimes you feel like you're not a good mom. Sometimes you feel like you failed as a parent. You know, there are more things, more important things than money. But now I don't regret so much because I've achieved things, and also at this moment the economic situation is so bad. Now if I was home, hey, it would have been, I don't know. So I would say it's okay. I no longer regret. I no longer feel so bad. I no longer feel how I used to feel back then. So my relationship with my son, it's okay. I just wish it was better, but we appreciate what we have. So it's good. It's good, yeah. Mm. So if you have no more question today, you've not told me your darkest moments. Kevin, tell me your darkest moments. Ati kwani Ugandans wanakaa chimpanzees? Kevin, haven't you ever seen a Ugandan? Okay, Ugandans, like just like in Kenya, we have different tribes, different. intermarriages with different breeds. So, but a little Muganda and a little Musoga, they don't look like chimpanzees as such. God, but they have, as I told you, yeah. But I couldn't have a clash on them. In high school, I had a boyfriend back home. I had a boyfriend back home, so I wasn't looking for a relationship, and yeah. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope to end this live right now because it's getting late. What time is it? It's almost midnight. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. If you've watched up until right now, thank you so much. Kindly consider subscribing, liking the video, and yeah, see you in my next video. Somebody has just joined. Any question? Anything you'd like to say? What was your darkest moment? I will wait for a few minutes, then I will end my broadcast. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Bye, guys. See you in my next live. See you on my next live will be on Friday. I don't know. What would you like me to talk about? Comment down below and I will see you there. Bye, guys. If you have a topic that you would want me to talk about in my live, a topic that you would want me to engage with you, just comment down below. I will talk about it. Yeah. Yeah. Bye, guys. See you in my next live. Peace. Adios.